Good morning and welcome to third session of photosynthesis. In this session we'll see the experiments on photosynthesis. In the previous class we have already seen the procedure of discharging and the iodine test. So based on these procedures all the experiments will be based on it. So let us start with the experiment number 1, which is to show that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. So as our aim was to show that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis, the materials required for this experiment is a plant with variegated leaf, iodine solution, methylated spirit, beaker and water. Now you may ask, what is this variegated leaf? Variegated leaves means those leaves which have chlorophyll pigment in patches, isn't it? So these chlorophyll pigments are present in patches along with the presence of another color such as yellow, red or purple color. So they have some green areas and some non-green areas. So for example, the variegated leaves you can take off leaf of a coleus or a croton or a geranium, etc. So what is the method of this experiment to conduct? See, discharge the plant by keeping it in the dark for 2 to 3 days. Then expose the plant to sunlight for a few hours and pluck a leaf from the plant. Now make a sketch on the leaf of a tracing paper by keeping the paper over the leaf. Mark the green and non-green areas to show the distribution of chlorophyll and perform the starch test. Now the observation which we will see after the experiment is the parts which were green turned blue-black when treated with iodine, and the parts which were white or colored like purple or yellow are stained to brown. And the inference is only the cells containing chlorophyll can carry out photosynthesis and manufacture food, that is starch, and chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. So this is what the experiment to show that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. So our second experiment is to show that carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. So materials required for this experiment is a potted plant, a wide mouthed bottle, a split cork, caustic potash, stand and iodine solution. So what's the method to conduct? Take a wide mouthed bottle with a split cork partly filled with a strong solution of KOH to absorb all the carbon dioxide present in it. KOH is nothing but caustic potash. Now take a potted plant with discharged leaf. Insert one of the discharged leaf in the bottle through the split cork in such a way that the half of the leaf enters the bottle and the other half remains outside. Now expose the setup to sunlight for a day. Pluck the leaf and perform the starch test on it. So the observation which you see is the portion of the leaf outside the bottle shows the positive test for starch and turns the blue-black, whereas the other portion of the leaf which was inside the bottle stains brown, thus showing a negative test for starch. So what is the inference here? Carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis is shown in this experiment. So the reason may be the portion of the leaf inside the bottle could not obtain carbon dioxide from photosynthesis as it was absorbed by KOH or potassium hydroxide. Then photosynthesis could not take place in the absence of carbon dioxide, and the lack of starch resulted in a negative test. And the portion of the leaf outside the bottle obtained carbon dioxide from the atmosphere required for photosynthesis led to the formation of starch, resulting in a positive iodine test. The third experiment is to demonstrate that sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis. So materials required for this experiment is a potted plant, strips of black paper, clips and iodine solution. Methodology is discharge a potted plant for 2 to 3 days. Cover one of its leaves on both the surfaces with stripes of black paper using clips so that no sunlight falls on that part. Expose the plant to sunlight for a day. Now pluck the leaf covered by the paper and perform the starch test. The observations are the part of the leaf which was exposed to sunlight turns blue-black, whereas the part of the leaf covered with the black paper stained brown. So here's the inference. The part of the leaf covered with black paper did not receive sunlight and was unable to manufacture starch, resulting in a negative test. The uncovered part of the leaf could receive enough sunlight to manufacture starch and thus gave positive test. This confirms that sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis. Experiment is based on the aim to demonstrate that oxygen is evolved during photosynthesis. For this, materials required are a beaker, a funnel, test tube, twigs of aquatic plants, hydrilla or Vallisneria you can take, and a pond water. So, its method is take a beaker and fill it with pond water. Place a few aquatic plants such as hydrilla or Vallisneria in the beaker. Invert a short stemmed funnel over the plant in such a way that the leaves of the plants are completely covered by the wide mouth of the funnel. Now take a test tube filled with water and invert over the stem of the funnel. Proper care should be taken so that water does not flow out of the test tube and it remains completely filled with water so that the level of water in test tube is above the level of stem of funnel. Now place the setup in sunlight for a few hours. Observations: air bubbles are released from the cut ends of the plant. Bubbles escape through the stem of the funnel and collected in the test tube. If the test tube is removed and burning matchstick is brought near the test tube, it burns into flames, showing the presence of oxygen. And inference is, test for a burning matchstick confirms the presence of oxygen in the test tube, and this experiment proves that oxygen is evolved. So these were the experiments which we have taken up for the process of photosynthesis. Now we'll have a new topic called carbon cycle. So what is this carbon cycle actually? The circulation of carbon between the biotic and abiotic components. Biotic means the organisms and abiotic means the atmospheric components in an ecosystem is called as a carbon cycle. Once again I repeat it. The circulation of carbon between the biotic and abiotic component in an ecosystem is called as a carbon cycle. So steps during the carbon cycle are as follows. First step is carbon present in the atmosphere. Photosynthesis. Green plants fix carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere during photosynthesis to manufacture food in the form of carbohydrates. Secondly, carbon enters into the body of an organism through food chain. Food chain means the green plants are consumed by the herbivorous and thus carbon enters into the body of herbivorous. From herbivorous, carbon reaches carnivores and omnivores directly or indirectly. So carbon forms an essential part of their protoplasm. Third step is carbon returns to the atmosphere through respiration, decomposition and burning. So a major part of this carbon is released as carbon dioxide in the air by the organisms during the process of respiration, and the decomposition of dead plants and animals by bacteria and fungi causes the breakdown of organic matter and releases carbon into the atmosphere. Burning or combustion. The burning of plants and animal products or fossil fuels such as petroleum, wood and coal results in the release of carbon dioxide in the air. And fourth step is cyclic events. Thus, carbon present in the atmosphere circulates in organisms and atmosphere by a series of processes. Plants absorb carbon dioxide from the air, use it for their growth and pass it on to the other organism. These organisms utilize the carbon for the development and return it to the atmosphere in the form of carbon dioxide. So these cyclic events constitute the carbon cycle. So these were about the carbon cycle, and by this we come to the end of the chapter called the photosynthesis. So the major thing is to remember about the reactions and the experiments. All the experiments are very important. So before conducting the experiment, the procedure of destarching and iodine test is also equally important. So please go through this, and I am going to give you some questions which you need to solve it out and write it down in the notebooks. Take it as a assignment, and all this should be there in your notes. So thank you and have a nice day.